Ethan lay on the bed, the once vibrant strength in his limbs now reduced to a feeble tremor. The room was dimly lit, the gentle hum of medical equipment the only sound breaking the silence. As he stared at the ceiling, his mind drifted through the corridors of his past, recalling a life filled with both joy and sorrow, triumph and failure. Born in a small town, Ethan was the eldest of 3 children. His father, a hard-working farmer, and his mother, a kind-hearted schoolteacher, instilled in him the values of diligence and kindness. From a young age, Ethan showed promise. He excelled in school, and his passion for literature and philosophy set him apart from his peers. He dreamed of becoming a writer, envisioning a life where his words would inspire and uplift. Ethan's life took a significant turn when he met Clara, a vibrant young woman with a laugh that could light up a room. They fell in love swiftly and deeply, and soon married. Clara was his rock, the one who believed in his dreams even when he doubted them himself. Together, they built a life filled with love and laughter. Over the years, they were blessed with 4 daughters: Emily, Sarah, Grace, and Lily. Emily, the eldest, inherited her father's love for literature and became a successful novelist. Sarah, the second-born, had a knack for numbers and pursued a career in finance. Grace, the third daughter, was an artist, her paintings capturing the beauty of the world around her. Lily, the youngest, had a heart for helping others and became a dedicated nurse. Ethan was immensely proud of his daughters, each one a testament to the love and care he and Clara had poured into their upbringing. However, life was not without its challenges. The turning point came when Ethan lost his job at the publishing house where he had worked for over 20 years. The industry was changing, and Ethan, with his traditional ways, found it hard to adapt. The loss of his job was a blow to his pride and his sense of purpose. He struggled to find new employment, and as the years passed, the rejections mounted, chipping away at his confidence. Clara stood by him through these tough times, offering unwavering support. But the strain of financial instability took its toll. Friends and extended family, once frequent visitors, gradually distanced themselves. Ethan felt the sting of their judgment and pity. He had always been the one to extend a helping hand, and now, in his time of need, he felt abandoned. Despite the hardships, Ethan found solace in his family. His daughters, though busy with their own lives, made time to visit and offer support. Emily would bring him new books to read, Sarah helped manage their finances, Grace's paintings adorned the walls of their home, and Lily's care was a comfort during his declining health. As Ethan's health deteriorated, the dynamics within the family shifted. Clara, once a pillar of strength, grew weary. The burden of care fell increasingly on the daughters. Tensions rose and old resentments surfaced. The once harmonious family began to fracture under the pressure. On his deathbed, Ethan's thoughts were a whirlwind of memories. He remembered the joy of holding each of his daughters for the first time, the pride he felt at their accomplishments, and the warmth of family gatherings. He also recalled the pain of his failures, the moments of despair when he felt he had let his family down. Ethan's mind lingered on the present, the stark contrast between the love he had known and the turmoil now surrounding him. Clara, frail and exhausted, sat by his side, her eyes filled with tears. His daughters, though present, were distant, their conversations tinged with tension and unresolved conflicts. As he lay there, Ethan couldn't help but think about how his life had come to this. He had always believed that love and family were the most important things. Yet, in his final moments, he felt a profound sense of loss. The people he had devoted his life to seemed more concerned with their own grievances than with him. The arguments started small but grew louder over time. Sarah was frustrated with Emily for not contributing more financially. Grace felt her efforts to provide emotional support went unappreciated. Lily, caught in the middle, tried to mediate but often ended up overwhelmed. Clara, heartbroken, watched as her family fractured before her eyes. Ethan wished he had the strength to speak, to remind them of the love that once bound them together. But his voice was weak, his words caught in his throat. He could only watch, his heart heavy with regret. In the quiet moments between the arguments, Ethan found himself reflecting on his own life choices. He wondered if he could have done things differently. Could he have fought harder to keep his job? Should he have pursued a different career path? The questions swirled in his mind, unanswered. Yet, amidst the regret, there was also gratitude. For all the hardships, Ethan knew he had lived a life rich in love and experiences. He had seen his daughters grow into remarkable women, each following her own path. He had shared countless moments of joy and laughter with Clara, his partner in life's journey. As the end drew near, Ethan's thoughts turned to the future. He hoped his daughters would find a way to heal the rifts between them. He prayed they would remember the love that had always been the foundation of their family. And he wished, with all his heart, that they would find peace and happiness. In his final moments, surrounded by the family he loved so dearly, Ethan found a measure of peace. He had lived a life full of highs and lows, joys and sorrows, and as he took his last breath, he carried with him the knowledge that, despite everything, he had loved and been loved. Ethan passed away quietly, his hand held by Clara. The room fell silent, the arguments forgotten in the face of their shared loss. His daughters, overcome with grief, found themselves united in their sorrow. In the days that followed, they began to reflect on their father's life and the lessons he had taught them. Emily, Sarah, Grace, and Lily came together to honor their father's memory. They shared stories, laughed and cried, finding comfort in each other's presence. The process of mourning brought them closer, helping them to heal the wounds that had threatened to tear them apart. In the end, Ethan's legacy was not one of failure, but of enduring love. His life, though marked by struggles, was also filled with moments of profound beauty and connection. And as his family moved forward, they carried with them the memory of a man who had loved deeply, lived fully, and left an indelible mark on their hearts.